Are you exhausted by making everyone happy, by trying to make everyone happy? If yes, that's mean that you need to learn to set up healthy boundaries. Chances are that you are here because you are in badly needs to actually gain a knowledge of how to set up healthy boundaries and how to learn yourself to say no. You also might be that kind of person that you are always too nice and you always helps out. Welcome, 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 everyone. We are in the day number 4 of our self love challenge. And I am so happy to welcome you to connecting with you from actually rainy Dublin today. So, for everyone who maybe for some reason are joining me here for the first time, my name is Kasia Ostasz, Katarzyna Ostasz, and I am the host of that channel and also Silva method instructor in Ireland. Beside my Silva method activities, I am also connected with a business environment and I am specializing in mindset. So there is good to be here. There is good for you to be here because we are going today to learn about setting up healthy boundaries. I see first people online, which is amazing, guys. As always, please let me know how you are getting on with our challenge. Let me know from which place on the globe are you connecting with us, what's your name, why you are so interested particularly in this topic. So, you are going to feel my heart. Now, before we are going to start, I want to tell you something because, I believe obviously that there is no coincidences. And for some reason, today in Poland, there is a big celebrations of Mother's Day. And maybe you don't know, but I am originally from Poland, but I have been living in Ireland for the last 15 years. And today I just start my morning so beautifully because I've got a lot of loves from my kids. They've actually giving me loves every single day. But today I've also got some really nice present. So I want to show you. So this is like a cup holder or cup mat that you can put your cup on, and it looks nice and it's full of love. So here it is. And from my son, I've got today, really nice artistic flowers and some beautiful cards. So, I just wanted to show you how great it was for me to start a day today. And as you know, for some reason, I decided to do the self-love challenge, and I didn't even think that it's going to be Mother's Day in Poland today. And obviously, I do celebrate Mother Days, Polish Mother's Day, Irish Mother's Day, because why not? I just want to have a lot of joy in my life. Okay, guys, so I think that we can start. I see slowly people are gathering, guys. So again, use a live chat box. Let us know about where are you coming from, why are you here, as I said to you. And also, comments. Be engaged in everything what we are doing here. Probably the game. If you don't know the game and that you might take part in, I'm going to explain you later on. Okay, guys, so let's start, right? As I said, I'm just going to make our presentation a little bit bigger for you so you can see everything. We are on the day 4 on our challenge, and as I mentioned to you today, it's all about setting up a healthy boundaries and saying no. This is really big domain of loving yourself. So I hope that today I'm going to give you some nice suggestions, some nice explanations behind healthy boundaries. And as always, I'm going to give you some Silva method suggestions, how you can use the Silva method tools, some from the Silva method tools, to teaching yourself to set up healthy boundaries. Now, if for some reason you missed day number 1, day number 2, day number 3, please make sure to rewatch it because it's, like a holistic elements of everything. you are going to start loving yourself more if you are going to engage yourself in every single task that I prepare for you for this challenge. It's not really only about the content, as I mentioned to you yesterday or day before yesterday, but it's really all about taking action. And in every single video, I'm not only telling you about what putting yourself first means, but I'm also giving you some tasks to do. So only by watching the every single day, you are going to not only loving yourself more, but I believe that you are also starting to do some action. So here we are, day number 4, last day of our challenges tomorrow, and we are going to talk about forgiving ourselves. So why, I'm mentioning very, very often at the beginning of our every single day about commenting, receiving me a feedback, tagging me also to your social media, because on the June 7th, because I'm giving you one more week to rewatch every single video, to commenting everything what is happening right now. I'm going to reward 3 the most engaged people throughout this challenge with some prizes, with some rewards. So the most engaged person will receive from me a 90-minute session about goal manifestation. So this is going to be very powerful. And 2 other people who also are going to show me here their engagement, they will get from me an access to online webinar called Awake Your Awesomeness Within. So I think you know that there is very, very worthy rewards. I invite you to be in that game, but again, I won't have this win-win situation. I want to be sure that rewards will go to the people who actually engage, who are committed, right, to start loving themselves a little bit more. So I don't really want to give any rewards, accidentally. I want to make sure that it will go to the people, to the person who actually need it, right? And by your engagement, I believe that I can test this out. Okay, so guys, day number 4. Today we are going to set up healthy boundaries, and we are going also to find out why very often we have a lot of difficulties, we have a lot of challenges by saying no. So here we are. As always, let's start with some explanation about what are healthy boundaries, right? Because maybe okay, you know that, yeah, it will be great for me to set up some healthy boundaries, but you don't really have a proper understanding of that term. So generally boundaries are the limits you set for yourself that determine what you participate in and when to remove yourself from some, particular life scenarios. This is very important. Your boundaries, they dictate your choices. So it's always up to you what you are going to decide to do. And this is very, very important. They are not about getting someone else to change their behavior. As we have no influence on other people, we cannot change their behaviors. Only they can decide that, okay, by communicating with us, they see that they might need some change, but they need to do this. They need to be committed to make this kind of behavior. But it's setting up your boundaries. It's not about getting someone else to change their behavior. And I wanted you to be sure about that, right? Because this is quite important. So I hope that you have now a little bit better understanding what healthy boundaries are. And now, maybe you have this feeling that I probably need to set up some new healthy boundaries based on my values, based on my morals, or even, your body is constantly telling you to slow down, to look after in terms of your daily activity, right? So I'm sharing with you today some signs that will help you to recognize that maybe you are lacking some healthy boundaries in your life scenario, in your work environment, in your relationship. So here is the first sign for you that will help you to find out if you actually lack some healthy boundaries in your life. Maybe your relationships tend to be difficult or dramatic. Think about that. Why is it like that? Maybe it is due to the fact that, there is not only any communication level between you and your spouses, but there is just no boundaries. It's only everything is on your back. So again, today I'm going to show you the way how actually you can change this situation and how you can set up healthy boundaries. We do know that saying no and setting up healthy boundaries is really all about loving ourselves. Then, maybe every single day you find decision making a real challenge. That might be a sign that you lack your healthy boundaries in your life. Maybe you really hate to let other people down. You are those person that you want to be nice, that you can say no to others, that you have a tendency to please others, that you're afraid of losing people as well. Think about that, right? Because then this is a sign for you that it's absolutely a great moment to set up a healthy boundaries. Also, maybe you feel that others don't show you any respect. That might be a sign as well. Maybe you are constantly the victim of any situation that it's appearing in your life. Same story. It might be a sign of lacking your healthy boundaries in your life. And maybe your radar is off when it comes to sharing. Every single things that you have in your house, you always share. You are having a phone call from your best friends, and then yes, of course, yeah, come over, I'm going to borrow you that, right? Even though if you actually feel that, well, I would need it. Or maybe you just had this feeling that no, last time it was that last time that I borrowed that from you, because when you return these things to me, it was actually not in very great condition. So you have a right to say no based on your recent story, recent experience, right? So think about that, because maybe you will find in some of that scenario yourself. And if yes, as I said to you, chances are that you are here because for the reason that you opened the day of that challenge, because you have a reason to find out the knowledge, how you can actually set up healthy boundaries and to learn yourself saying no. Right. So let's now move forward to, I would say, very simple way, but so hard and so challenging way that it's all about starting saying no. And you know what? I do resonate with that a lot, because I remember myself from the times that I really wanted to please everyone. And it was even not in my imagination that that the word no is a full sentence. And this is very, very powerful. And again, because I do work with people on their beliefs, with their mindset, on their mindset, I know that you might be programmed to please people all the time, to need some validations from others, because it may comes with your programming that you've got from your parents, teacher, peers, where you were a child, when you were a child. So very, very positive aspect of that is that you can change it. You can obviously, swift that negative programming that it's kind of holding you back from saving your time and energy instead of giving everything to others, right? So again, that might be the reason. Also, this is what actually came to my mind before I went live with you, so that's why I didn't put it on the slides. But maybe the biggest reason why it's hard for you to say no, it's because of your personality and character. It might be like that. And here, maybe you are someone who is always nice, and maybe you are the person who always gives too much. I just put it myself some notes. Maybe, as I already mentioned, you want to please others all the time. Maybe you doesn't want to hurt others, because you have that belief that if I say no, they will be hurt. But it's not like that, right? Or maybe, as I've already mentioned, you have this needs of validation and needs of validation from others, or you are afraid of losing people. That's why, you have these challenges in terms of saying no. But please do remember, and this is a big lesson, I believe, from today's day. Saying no is an important boundary because it gives you control of your time and energy. Here we are coming back to the day number 1 and the day number 2 of this challenge. That I told you how important it is to put yourself first and to do self-care of yourself. Because first of all, you need to fill out yourself to be able to give to others. You need to look around for your energy that you hold within yourself instead of always, be for others. Like, be for others as well, but start from yourself. And I have to, mention this one more time here when we are in the day number 4, that saying no is self-care, not selfish. Because when self-care gets ignored, and this is what we already covered, your stress will likely increase. And then I don't need to even remind you here what is going to be happen, right? Also, by not setting healthy boundaries, we avoid speaking our truth. How hard it is for us to be somebody else. We talked yesterday about self-accepting ourselves in terms of who we are, about our past, about our physical appearance. You want to be true to yourself and to others. You want to follow your values. So there is no other way. You have to set some boundaries in order to be true to yourself and to others. So, guys, I hope that it makes sense. Please, leave a comment if this resonates with you, or if you still have some challenges, in terms of starting to say no to people or even to your close one. But again, there is a good option. Remember, this is what we are saying in Silva community. There is always solution. There is always a solution. So you just need to look around. You just need to find for your solution. And it's great that this solution will be coming from your heart desire. So here are healthy boundary options that I've prepared for you today that you can start to implement it from today. And we are going to start from the first option, and this is a task for a day for you for today. So try to spend less time on something that you want to be doing. Very simple. This is your task for today. You can even, make a list of things that you have a tendency to do, but simply, you just don't like it. So today, if you are going to make this list, you are going to make a decision that today I'm going to spend less time on something that I don't want to do. Maybe you have this best friend who is calling to you every single day and share with you such a negative aspect of her life, and you want to be nice, you want to be kind for her, you want to please her, you want to kind of look after of her in terms of being for her. But maybe it's just taking your time and energy in order to do something that will help you to spend more time with yourself. So this is what you can do. You can, today I'm going to give you some advices, what you can do, what you can say, to let her know that I understand, I can definitely feel what you are trying to say to me. I could even, place myself in your shoes, but I'm so sorry. I just have other tasks to do. My kids are there and I prefer to spend time with them. This is, guys, possible. You just need to take a tiny little steps to teaching yourself to saying no. Then also what you can do in terms of creating healthy boundaries for you is make a situation just more convenient for you. So just the example that I share with you. Also try to don't volunteer the next time someone needs help, right? Stop doing this. Stop doing this. And see if, somebody else is going to offer their helps. Be quiet and let someone else step up. Wow, this is a challenge for people, right? Who have this tendency to volunteer every single time. But as this is what we said, try to control a little bit more of your time and energy and see what others also can do in that particular situation because you've did every single time that it's happened. So now it's their turn. Also, this is very, very great suggestions for people who have a tendency, to not be so direct when we think about communicating with others. You can consider putting your request in an email. Very, very often when I do work with business entrepreneurs, right? They sometimes, have a lot of cooperations with business environment, and it's very hard for them, challenging for them to say something directly, but they know that this is too much, that they are overwhelmed with some task. Here is the way. You can start setting up your boundaries, first of all, by sending an email with very nice assertive statements that will protect and set up your healthy boundaries. You can also change your mind and still feel good about it. And how relieving it is that, yes, you have a right to change your mind. If you don't like, maybe, somebody who's supposed to be with you on the Saturday night, at that particular restaurant, right? And for some reason, you just don't want to go, even though your best friends are going there, you can change your mind and say, no, I'm sorry, I just don't want to go, guys, right? And feel good about that. You have these rights. I know it might be like, wow, wow, but yes, you have these rights. So please make sure that you will use it on your daily basis. Okay? And then, just before we are going to work on the last things that I prepared for you for the day number 4, I wouldn't be myself, if I wouldn't introduce you today to some Silva method tools. Remember, every single day, besides some other tips and suggestions, I try to give you some example of Silva tools that you can use and challenge yourself with that challenge that you do have, and it's very relevant to our day. So today, I think that plenty of Silva graduates, Silva practitioners would cheer up for that. Today, I want to remind you, or I want to introduce you to the cancel tool, cancel technique, that it's great for you, and in my opinion that it will be very helpful to set up some healthy boundaries and teaching you also to say no. So see, in the Silva method community, when we do talk, when we do work with our mindset, very often we talk about some mental house cleaning. And when we do talk about the mental house cleaning, every single time during the seminar, I introduce the participants of the seminars to cancel technique. And today I want to give you a little bit background what the cancel technique is, just to help you also to maybe by using this technique, also setting up a healthy boundaries. So always, like even we talked yesterday, right? When we talk about self-acceptance, if you want to change something, you first of all need to recognize, you need to do the recognition. You want to acknowledge that this particular person, this particular situation, this particular challenge is not great for me. It's not beneficial for me. So that would be very important step for you to recognize maybe some thought that you are expressing and kind of realizing that this is not good for me. It's not good for my benefit. Maybe it will be, the relationship that you are in. It's very, very important that you need to kind of catch on yourself that no, this thinking pattern, these feelings, these behaviors, that environment, those people, they are not for me. They are not for me because I just can't feel well when I am with them or when I am with this situation. And then once you are going to recognize this, and once you are going to, kind of catching up yourself that, oh, no, it happened yesterday, it's happened a day before yesterday, it's happened a week ago, a month ago. You want to stop this. You want to cancel that negative thoughts or statement or some scenarios from your life. So what you can do, this is what we are doing during the Silva method seminars, by having your eyes closed, right? You can simply use your imagination and visualization, and you can, even put a big red mark for that particular thinking process, people, relationship that you are in, because you wanted to cancel that. You wanted to stop that forever. That's why I here put for you some signs, because in the Silva community, we work a lot by using our mental faculties. So you can actually even imagining yourself that, this particular thought that I was expressing about, myself, particular situation, it's not coming back to me anymore. You want to cancel this. Okay, so what you can do, you can see this by having your eyes closed, by using your imagination. But what you can do, you can even mentally repeat few times, these two words, cancel, like a mantra, because you actually want to cancel this situation. You want this situation to disappear from your life. And then what you want to do after it is trying to find some substitute, that it will be your alternative thought or some statement that it will be with the line with what you want. And here, because we are talking about healthy boundaries today, I put it for you here, very nice, simple and easy statement. So instead of yes, it's me, I can do it, again, for the 100 times this for you, you can first of all, mentally do some rehearsal, some work, some mental work that, yes, okay, I've canceled this. It's not going to me this time in terms of volunteering for that situation. So instead of saying to myself that I can do this, I will be practicing, first of all, mentally that, yeah, she, he, you can do this. Right? Or even, to reinforce the statements like a mantra that, yes, it's okay for me to have a needs. It's okay for me to have a needs. It's okay for me to don't have a time. It's okay for me to change my mind. Right? It's very, very, very powerful. But as I said, if you are going, first of all, to work on that mentally, it will be easier for you to use this in your physical reality. And here is the why behind. You know that our brain cannot see the difference between our vivid imagination and physical reality. That's why we want you, first of all, here, I'm just reflecting on the Silva method tools. We want you, first of all, to create that outcome, that results that you want to have in your reality mentally, in your subconscious, because then it will be easy for your body to follow that mental creation. And this is the science-based fact, and I really encourage you to use it, because our brain cannot see the difference between what we are working here and what is happening for us here. So I hope that this mental house cleaning will help you guys to practice how you can set up your healthy boundaries. And it's absolutely amazing. We have a beautiful result, success stories with people who are actually using cancel method, even if we only think about changing their thinking pattern, changing their beliefs. Here, you are going to move a little bit more in terms of your action, right? Because you are going to recognize some toxic negative situation or even some thinking patterns. Then you are going to cancel it. You know how to do it. Use your imagination. See the big signs, stop, some red marks. Mentally repeat in your imagination this word cancel, because you just wanted to stop that forever. And then, try to find some substitution, right? And here, there is my proposition for you with this 2 sentence in terms of our topic of today. And also, again, I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't give you some suggestions on that particular day how you can actually, guys, deal with toxic people in your surroundings. Because, more likely you you just want to please them because you don't know how you can avoid them. So here is very, very nice suggestions. I did few times a webinar on that topic, and I've actually used some of those suggestions from that webinar. So few suggestion is, and actually, I've been using these suggestions in those particular scenarios that sometimes, some days ago, happened in my life. First suggestion is try to say something positive. So I used to have a colleague, and every single time I met her on the playground when I spent my free time with the kids, every single time, she was sharing with me very negative aspects of everything in her life. How bad her husband is, how hard is her situation in terms of work environment, etc., etc. I can probably, tell you about that for a long time. So when I teach myself that no, it's not causing me, it's not beneficial for me. I want to be kind for her because I like her, but like I was kind of feeling that, by listening to this story, my energy was going down. So I used that trick. And, just in the middle of her sentence, I just obviously wanted to kind of give her some back, understand her. I was saying to her, okay, so can you now please tell me something positive? Is there anything through your day, through your last week, that you can notice that it was positive? And she was like, what's going on? So I was kind of even teaching herself to stop that negative pattern. And then, after a while, when we met, when we used to meeting on that playground, the situation was totally different. We were actually talking about more nice aspects of our life. So this might be very great for you to deal with toxic people, negative people. Sometimes that that, okay, you kind of like them, but you have enough this particular scenario. White light. This is absolutely amazing tool that I use very, very often in terms of my protection. So let's say if I know that I have to go somewhere, but I know that I will need to deal with that person that, for the last 3 times was not great for me, I'm kind of imagining myself. So this is what I've got from the Silva method program. I'm kind of imagining myself, in this white line as my protection. That it doesn't matter where I will be. Maybe I'm going to visiting my friends and they have constantly TV on. And I just don't want to really be bombarded by this negative news that are coming from TV. I'm kind of imagining myself that, okay, I'm going to spend a very nice time with them because I really like them, but I'm not going actually absorbing anything, what it's coming from the background of their house or flats. This is absolutely beautiful. Sometimes, I know that from Silva grads that, you have this yearly meeting or quarterly meeting with your boss in your company, and you know how it will look like. You know that you can even do something exceptional and the best, still your boss would be giving out on you. Right? So this is what you can do just before going for that one-to-one meeting with him or her. Imagining yourself in that beautiful white line as a protection that, okay, of course, I'm going to show my respect. I'm going to listen to what the person is going to tell me, but it's not going to affect me. This is what you can do by using your faculty of geniuses. Then what it has been also shown by many research that if for some reason you had to deal with some toxic person, you can just reduce that anxiety from your body by increasing your positive energy. So you see, I'm just like naturally dancing. So you can do some dancing if you love it, right? You can go for a walk. You can run. You can listen to your favorite music. You can take a long bath. It doesn't matter what it will be. It has to be something that that it will increase your positive energy. then obviously this is what you've been taught today about it. Set up your boundaries. Set up your healthy boundaries so you know what to do. Because I believe that I gave you today some tools and some suggestions how you can deal with toxic people by setting up your boundaries. And then I just love this, and I know that my clients, actually coaching clients, would know that tips, that suggestions, because, sometimes, it's smiling and staying natural is so great in terms of dealing with toxic people, right? I think that you, I know, well, I'm not sure, but I believe that in every single, even family surroundings, we have, this auntie or this uncle who is always going to say to us something that is not really nice. And that would be my advice, right? For me, who is living abroad for the last 15 years, and going maybe, for some vacation or some anniversary or for some celebration. And I know that I'm going to meet out there this auntie. And I know that she's going probably to say me something that I wouldn't be really happy about. I just prefer to smile and stay natural because I know that after this day, I won't see her maybe till the next year, till the next family celebration. So, what is the point for me, and having an argument with that? So, if you are like me, if you just want to enjoy your day, that big celebrations that you just that for you just came over from abroad, or you just have this nice family day, this is absolutely great way for dealing with not really nice people. They don't need to be very toxic, but you just really don't like them. So that might be the way as well. Okay, so guys, I hope that I gave you some food for thought today, and that I've also give you some practical tools for today in terms of how to setting up a healthy boundaries and how to finally starting to say no. Remember, we have a task for today. List the things that for some reason you don't like to do, and from today, please spend less time on something that you don't want to be doing. Really, as I said to you, you can start, from that phone calls that you are receiving every single day from your, let's put it, best friends, and you know that they are just taking off your energy, right? And then say, sorry, I just have some other task to do. I understand, I feel you so much. I feel so sorry for you. But again, think about your own time, your own space, and your own energy. So, this is a task to do, guys, for today. And as always, write to meditation for evening and for the morning. So, if you are taking part in this challenge and you wanted, to know how to set up that healthy boundaries, here there is a really, really nice guided meditation on the Silva Method Island channel that will help you to restore your confidence when for some reason you've been negatively impacted by maybe some toxic environment. This is 10 minutes long meditation, so I want you to play for yourself today. You might having, a shower, you might be in the bath, or you are just ready to fall asleep. Please make sure to build yourself up again. And then for the morning, because I think yesterday few people sent to me that they do prefer in the morning, some quick meditation because they usually, so busy and they have so many tasks to do. So based on your request, I prepare for you for those days 5 minutes to regain calm, clarity, and confidence meditation. Again, you need to be clear on something what you want in terms of setting up your boundaries. You need to be confident, right? And you also need to be calm. You need to have that thinking that, okay, I can change my mind if I don't like something or somebody. So I believe that it's 5 minutes guided meditation to regain calm, clarity, and confidence help you to, again, prepare yourself for a day. So let me actually check what's going on today in the chat box. So we have a Sergio as well. Yeah, and there is a comment that he regrets very often after I say no. Well, okay, so this is also something to look at and finding out why actually this is happening to you. And because maybe there is a reason behind. So that would be probably, something for the deep conversation or maybe some coaching session. But it is possible. It is possible to have this no regrets after saying no. Okay. And again, just to remind you guys that if you want to learn everything, what I've been sharing with you today, and even something more in terms of improving your life for better, improving to become a better version of yourself and enjoying and live your life to the fullest, here you have Silva Method Seminars opportunity. First weekend, June 11 and 12, it's Silva Life System Seminar that you can teach yourself how to reduce your stress, how to expand your learning capacity. You can learn or teach yourself how to manage and transform your pain. So you can actually work on your pain management, and you can obviously activate the power to manifest goals, to finding solutions for the challenges that for some reason are happening in your life. Then on the weekend number 2, you are going to work more with your intuition, just basically, to help you to activate your healing potential, finding your life purposes, and also being with the constant connection with source energy. So here it is, very, very nice option, summer edition of the Silva method. And again, and every single day I'm mentioning this because this is quite new. I've opened on Monday some one-to-one individual options of working with me. There are only 4 places that I'm receiving from you email because you are booking your free discovery call that I will be conducting from next Monday. So then I have around 2 weeks for doing that because there's a lot of interest from your side. And have a look. I proposing you here quite no program of mine that I've created, that I designed it, that it's based on some elements of coaching, business mentoring, and obviously elements of the Silva method. It's called Awake Your Awesomeness Within You. So again, please let me know if you wanted to see more details about that, so then I can email you this back. But I believe that the best way for us to make this agreement is to talk for around 15-20 minutes, and it will be great for you to know the rules of cooperation and for me to finding out your goals. So guys, thank you so much for today, day number 4 of our challenge. And please make sure to share your love with others, leave a comment, subscribe the channel, be with us, be engaged, because you know that I have for you some beautiful prizes in terms of being part of that challenge. So thank you so much, guys, everyone who was here with us. And I see that was a very interesting topic for you for today. It was Sharon, it was Khan here, as I can see on the chat. So thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow, last day of our challenge. We are going to talk about forgiving ourselves as a domain of loving yourself more. Take care and see you tomorrow.